My name is Aidan Buckley, and this is my BCM216 project pitch for my stop motion film creation. So, the project concept. The idea of the project revolves around the medium of a computer screen with two worlds of interaction, being the physical world with a human creator and a digital world with a figure within being the creation within the computer. All the scenes will be stop motion, and all the characters in the film will be anonymous, both physically and vocally. So this means that basically there'll be no distinct features or human faces seen from the physical side, and in the case of the digital side, it will also be very up to the imagination, the design of the characters per se, where there won't be any distinct features either that are unnecessary, that is. On top of that as well, verbal speech will be limited also, where most of the audio will be going through the cases like sounds rather than actual physical words. And the main connection that is made between the viewer and the material is through the viewer's imagination, basically, by doing this, where a lot of it ticks into the ideas of connecting to their thoughts and their imagination. So, the project synopsis. This basically the story is between two different mediums. Once again, it's digital and physical, where the physical world has a physical human character that is the creator that can influence the digital world with ease and at will. And then the digital medium, obviously being within the computer, is the creation, and they're confined to the limitations of their space, limited on how they're able to interact with their world. And it is a creator and creation connection between the two characters. So the basis of the storyline, the creator opens his computer, forms his creation and base world, and they both meet each other, and the creator then briefly leaves. The creation explores his world but is bored. He tries to move things but he can't, as he's unable to interact deeply with its world. So he therefore calls his creator back and requests to have more. The creator makes a series of little adventures, simple things like catching animals, climbing a mountain, surfing waves, and the creation enjoys these, but he's not fully content still. He requests something more. So the creator and the creation, they go back and forth and try and think of an idea. The creator puts out suggestions, but none of it interests the creation. Finally, the creation decides what he wants. He wants a friend, and the creator accepts. The creation is now content with the friend that the creator has created for them. And then they say goodbye to each other. The creator leaves, and the creation and its friend wave to the camera and leave the scene. So, in the case of my case studies, the first case study I looked into was Plonsters. It is a claymation series from the 1980s, and my original film concept leaned more into the idea of claymation, hence why it was my first study. However, rather than taking the literal claymation side of the work, I took more so the way that the characters were interacting with the space, as well as the colourful, simplistic designs that related to the creativity and imagination of children at the time. So again, simple characters was a big influence, due to it being a children's animation show from the 80s and 90s. Its whole purpose was to be imaginative for kids, and that is the idea I took away from that mainly. And a contrast I took instead was with the entities influencing their own world. Rather than having the creations influence their world, I limited them by the creator and tied the two through that connection. The second one was Lego cooking. It's a bit of a more modern example of stop motion. Utilizes both real and fabricated environmental items and aspects. Physical people are also present within stop motion. Big influence for me, as it helps connect the two worlds in the physical and digital world. Same here of connecting the physical and Lego worlds together. So instead of having Lego creatures, they have human creatures instead. The audio is also, in a lot of cases I've seen, non-verbal as well, and more importantly, the sound effects are also made by humans as well, rather than their typical sources, which was another big influence towards my work. the camera angles altering created illusions within the world, like between Lego food and real food. That's something that was another big influence, with altered perspectives between the physical and digital worlds within my work. As for the project plan itself, it's spread over the case of from this week with proposals due up until week 13, where the project itself is due. So from next week, filming and storyboarding is a big focus, as well as prop planning and finding and sourcing a production team. I'd like that done by the end of the week on the 28th of September. So for the start of mid-sem break, all ready to go for starting collecting draft footage and audio that can be edited together. For week 10, the first week back, I'd like to have all that stuff done and have it edited and finalized on that day's lesson, so that it's able to have feedback sought after and plan edits and reshoots by the following lesson. On that following day, from then reshooting the required footage and audio, so it's all ready to go to be edited again the following week in week 12, where that can be edited, finalized, and seek any final feedback for any last minute alterations. And that takes us up until week 13, with the final project being due. So I now have my proofs of concept video. This relays more towards the start part of the storyline itself said earlier. So I'll play that now. Attached to this at the end is also my bibliography. It's mainly just the 2 videos that related to the 2 case studies. And thank you for watching.